Hey guys, what is up? It's Winter Howling here, and thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy this video. Well, what we're going to talk about today is Mason and his involvement in the Kennedy assassination. This is going to be a very interesting topic. For those of you who actually play the campaign and not just stick to zombies, which is perfectly fine because I know a lot of people who do that, when we get to the last level called Redemption, we're making an assault with the CIA, including Hudson and Weaver, on a Soviet transport ship. At least that's what its disguise is. It's secretly housing a Soviet submarine station underneath. Now, once we fight our way through the Spetsnaz and other hostile forces in the ship, we get to the broadcast station in the belly of the submarine station. Right as we destroy it, Dragovich comes along and knocks us to the ground and is about to execute us with a Makarov. Right then, Hudson comes out of nowhere and tries to save us, which takes his attention over to Hudson and away from Mason. Mason then grabs him and slams him into the ground, and they fall down into the water. As Mason's about to kill him, they have a little bit of a revelation and conversation. It's very interesting to note what Dragovich says as he's about to die. As Mason's about to kill him, he says, "You tried to make me kill my own president," which is a reference to the level USDD, where he has that vision of him grabbing the Colt 1911 and pointing it at Kennedy's head. And Dragovich says, "Tried," and then he kills him. I don't know about you, but that definitely heavily specifies that Mason had some sort of an involvement in the Kennedy assassination. And let's remember, this is 5 years after the Kennedy assassination. So there's definitely a time frame for that. Well, there's a lot of evidence to support this, including the Ascension codes, which were deciphered by a man going by a name called Blitz Off. Well, he managed to decipher them with a little trial and error and found several sentences in each code, including this. Oswald compromised with the code 5, 21, 26, 8, 18, 15, 14, 7, 21, 16, 23, 9, 14, 23, 26, 6, 18, 4. He got this sentence. Oswald compromised. The next code, including a ton of numbers, which I definitely do not want to say, got the next sentence. Texas School Book Depository, 6th floor, 6.5 millimeter Carcano rifle, Dallas Dealey Plaza, 11/22. These are the details of the Kennedy assassination, 11/22/63. Our assumption, mine and a lot of people's, is that Alex Mason was the shooter, since Oswald was compromised. And if you recall, the final video of the campaign broadcast these numbers while Mason mumbles the words 6.5 millimeter, 11/22, and Texas. Now, in the next code, which is a huge amount of numbers, he gets this. Prepared down target, Kennedy, John Fitzgerald. Priority succeeds all previous instructions. And finally, at the last code, he gets all points down, target Clark, priority 1, await final coordinates. This definitely backs up the theory that Mason was the one who killed Kennedy. Now, we remember, if we go into the files on the computer, into the CIA files, it still says that Mason was, even after the events of Redemption, he was still hearing Reznob's voice in his head, which means that the brainwashing wasn't entirely fixed. So, there is definitely a possibility that Mason carried out his final orders and killed Kennedy, which means that Dragovich won in the end. Now, of course, there's a lot of people who will disagree with me, but the facts back it up. Yes. Now, that also begs the question, well, did the CIA know about this, and is that the reason they went after Mason, Hudson, and Weaver? Well, the truth is we don't know, but it's a strong possibility, considering Well, the official reason that they went after Mason, Hudson, and Weaver is that they were a threat to national security. Now, Hudson was very popular in the CIA, and so was Weaver. They knew that this was going to be unpopular, and they don't just go after people unless they have good reasons for it. And if you recall, Hudson and Weaver were also the people who were interrogating him. So that also begs the question, well, did they help Mason? Did they have some sort of involvement in the Kennedy assassination? We don't know. But it's a theory, and your guess is as good as mine. If we go back into the CIA terminal on the computer, we will find that they were Mason, Hudson, and Weaver went to Johannesburg, South Africa, to meet with Daniel Clark's brother and hide out with him, and that they sent a certain Jonathan Price to dispatch them. By the way, in a French translation to Black Ops, if you translate from French to English, that last sentence, you get Price instead of Jonathan. Not sure if this is a typo or not on Treyarch's part, but if that is true, that means Captain Price from the Modern Warfare series is going to be in Black Ops. But that's a video for another time, and I won't really go into that. Anyways, Jonathan and several CIA agents are sent in to dispatch and terminate Weaver, Hudson, and Mason in Johannesburg, South Africa. Anything beyond that is unknown. So we don't have any clear picture about what happened to Mason, Hudson, and Weaver at this point. But as you recall when I said Jonathan Price, and that it might be Captain Price, well, if that's true, and Captain Price is alive in the Modern Warfare series, that gives us two possibilities. One, he was successful in killing Mason, Hudson, and Weaver, or he was helping them escape from the CIA. And for those of you who have played the first Modern Warfare game, in the level one shot, one kill, Captain McMillan, who is Lieutenant Price at the time, he was helping him with the assassination of Imran Zakhaev. He said Gregory died to get us this information, which might have been Weaver, we don't know. But like I said, that is a video for another time, and I really don't want to go into that right now. But so far, we don't have any clue about what happened to Weaver, Hudson, and Mason after the escape to Johannesburg. Leaves a lot of room for a sequel to Black Ops, but Treyarch definitely hasn't confirmed it yet. So yes, this is up to you. Do you think Mason had any involvement in the Kennedy assassination? Or do you think this is just another theory that could be compared to the Ghost and Roach is Alive theories? Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and rate. See you later.